In 1814, a group of Napoleon's soldiers got lost in Serbia and were starving. Two of these soldiers wander through the woods when a mysterious woman appears, offering them a horse without a word. They accept it, and she watches them with a smirk as they depart with the animal. Upon rejoining their comrades, one soldier hands the younger one a knife, and he prepares to kill the horse to stave off their hunger. But to their shock, the horse suddenly explodes in a gruesome mess, leaving them terrified as a strange creature emerges. As one soldier tries to flee, the creature seizes him. The story shifts to the present day, where Emily walks to her workplace and greets her Serbian fracking crew. She and her husband, John, appear to be the only Americans in this remote, forest-surrounded location. Inside their office, John mentions that the area's isolation makes it difficult to leave or enter. Their assistant, Sophia, enthusiastically says that there's an entire world underground that they can only imagine. John playfully mocks her by whispering to Emily, "Imagine that." Sophia enjoys using advanced technology that helps them identify species through waste samples, and John jokingly suggests that if she finds any of his waste outside, she's welcome to study it. When the couple is alone, Teddy, another American, arrives. Emily hopes he has brought something good to eat, and he offers a special chicken dish. She comments that the crew isn't interested in fancy food, but it's already cooked. After he leaves, John praises Teddy as a good kid. In a conversation about family, John remarks that one of the greatest joys for a woman is the ability to carry a child, though Emily's response hints at her disagreement. Sophia returns to thank Emily for allowing her to join the crew, saying she has learned a lot from observing their work. She then asks if Teddy is their son, and Emily clarifies he is not. Sophia expresses interest in helping him in the kitchen, and Emily notes that Teddy would probably enjoy the assistance. As they monitor the fracking machine drilling into the ground, Emily hears something unusual and asks John if he hears it too. He does. One of the team members, Nicola, mentions they are there to protect wildlife, though he complains of a strange gas smell. Sophia notes that it smells organic, and Nicola questions what they've uncovered. In the next scene, Sophia and Teddy are alone, and Teddy shares how hard Emily used to make him work. He mentions his desire to settle down and have children, adding that he would even like to be a stay-at-home dad. The focus returns to the drilling crew as they watch the machine pull up a strange, blood or oil-covered creature, though it's hard to tell. Nicola takes a sample and places it in a tube. We learn that Sophia is double majoring in biology and animal studies, with Nicola as her professor. Teddy expresses a preference for working with animals over people, but Sophia clarifies that she doesn't want to be a veterinarian. She's interested in parasitology and shares with him that people unknowingly consume insects frequently. She also notes that parasites make up more than half of all species on Earth. While a crew member operates the machine, Teddy notices something unusual and quickly orders them to stop. Soon after, the crew gathers, staring in shock at what's emerged from the Earth. Hands break through a strange membrane, and a man appears, speaking in a foreign language that Teddy thinks sounds like French. He believes the man is asking for help. Later, Emily explains that they've kept him safe, but John insists they need to protect themselves and lock the man in one of the buildings. Emily objects, saying he isn't a prisoner. She wants John to send two of their associates to the road to get help from the authorities. They agree it's a complicated situation. Inside the building, some of the crew tries to communicate with the man. Now that he's more visible, it's clear he's one of the soldiers from 1814, the one who was given the knife to cut the horse. Somehow, he's survived for over 200 years. He speaks in French, and Nicola wants to know what he's saying. Teddy struggles to understand as he tries to talk to the soldier. The man stands and reaches out to touch him, but Nicola pulls Teddy back just as he spots a small tentacle briefly slipping out of the man's nose before retreating. Shocked, he steps back, watching the Frenchman speak as Teddy translates, something is inside him. He struggles to get more details, while Nicola tells Sophia and the others what he saw. Sophia guesses it might be a worm. They return to the soldier, and Nicola collects a blood sample. During this, another tentacle briefly pokes out of the man's ear, visible to everyone except John and Teddy. Teddy, unaware of the danger, thinks the man needs food and begins preparing a sandwich. While cooking, he asks John why they're isolating the man. John replies, because he's French and dangerous. Teddy wonders if the man wants them to end his suffering, and John encourages the idea, not wanting to risk a parasite infecting him. John brings the sandwich to the soldier, and as the man starts eating, John pulls out a knife. The soldier puts down the sandwich, gesturing that he wants the knife to end his own life. But John refuses to hand it over, urging him to finish his food. Just then, a noise distracts John, allowing the soldier to grab the knife. He's about to use it when several tentacles burst out of his eyes, nose, and mouth. Instinctively, John grabs the soldier's neck, but the soldier mirrors his actions, overpowering him and throwing him to the ground. Then, a massive tentacle emerges from the soldier's back like a tail and forces its way into John's mouth. As this happens, John watches in horror as the man rapidly decomposes. In the following scene, John, Emily, and Teddy examine the soldier's completely decomposed body, baffled at how it happened so quickly. John lies, saying he was only gone briefly and returned to find the man dead. Emily notices a strange smell, but it's not coming from the corpse, it's coming from John. She suggests they put the man's body back where they found him, but while John agrees, Teddy doesn't, pointing out that everyone on set witnessed a living man pulled from the ground today. Emily agrees with Teddy. Soon, Nicola and Sophia excitedly reveal they've discovered something incredible. Noticing the strange smell coming from John, Nicola asks if he's alright, which makes John snap, startling Sophia. Instead of explaining, John asks the researchers what they found. They want to study the corpse for scientific purposes, and Nicola insists that this is their business now, demanding that Emily let them proceed. She allows them, soon overhearing their surprised reactions. Meanwhile, John stands with Christian, a member of the fracking crew, who makes an offhand, inappropriate comment about John's wife, then pretends he didn't say anything. Noticing John staring at himself in the mirror, Christian remarks that nothing's going to change from staring, that's the face he's stuck with. When John mentions the French soldier, Christian admits the situation bothers him. John speculates that the soldier is from another century, making Christian think he's drunk. John fears he's infected with whatever was inside the soldier, and that it's now inside him. Back with Emily and Teddy, Sophia and Nicola share their findings. They've identified a type of algae in the man's body, which, through a powerful symbiosis, kept him alive while he sustained the algae. Nicola says this discovery is beyond anything humans have ever seen. John tries to explain to Christian what he saw emerging from the Frenchman, but Christian thinks he's talking nonsense and even jokes about arm wrestling so that whatever monster is inside John will transfer to him. They start to wrestle, and Christian easily overpowers John, who punches him in response. Suddenly, a tentacle slips from John's pants, wrapping around Christian's legs and causing him to fall, hitting his head on the table as he goes down. The tentacle retreats back into John as Christian bleeds. Meanwhile, the researchers discuss the alien entity. Sophia notes that since the soldier's corpse is no longer housing it, Emily and Teddy feel uneasy, though the researchers seem thrilled by the discovery. Shortly after, John drags a wrapped-up Christian outside, intending to bury him, but quickly hides the body when he sees a vehicle approaching. He only manages to pull it partway into a building. Dano, the head of security, and his partner, Frank, arrive in the car. Spotting Christian's dead body, Philip, frightened, points a gun at John. Though Dano tries to calm him, Philip accidentally fires, killing him. Dano then takes the gun to shoot John but suddenly explodes just like the horse did earlier. As Dano checks under the car for the creature, it rushes at him. Though he tries to aim and shoot, the alien inside him messes with his aim, leaving him defenseless. When Emily and others arrive, Dano begs her to kill him, but she only takes the gun. When Emily asks where John is, Dano says he exploded, fearing the alien had taken over his body. The crew examined the bodies of their fallen members, and Emily noticed the alien didn't seem interested in her or Sophia. Sophia collected a sample from John's remains, while Emily told Teddy they needed to keep the rest of the team in the dark while the researchers worked, unsure if anyone else might be infected. Dano, now harboring the alien, shared that it had been small initially but grew when he was stressed, believing it somehow sensed he was about to shoot John, causing John to explode. Sophia discovered something significant but kept it to herself for now. Emily suggested that the creature wasn't interested in women, as it seemed to require males to survive. Nicola praised Dano for enduring the alien, calling him legendary, but Dano felt doomed. Nicola explained that the creature was like a baby needing protection until it could leave. Emily disagreed, calling it a parasite, but Nicola was determined not to let anyone harm Dano. The crew planned to take Dano to a nearby village, despite Emily's warning. Teddy felt guilty about sending them into danger, but Emily cautioned that killing Dano could lead the alien to jump to another man. While Dano walked through the woods, Oblivious to the crew's conversation in Serbian, a gunshot rang out. Nikola, locked up, hoped it wasn't meant for Dano. Although Dano was unharmed at first, he eventually exploded. The team searched for the alien but couldn't locate it. In the ensuing chaos, one crew member, feigning fear, was attacked by the creature, and another crew member was accidentally killed. Nikola then told Emily that humans were the real monsters and that the alien represented the future. Emily felt the creature's potential was dangerous, but Nikola admired its selflessness, comparing it to a mother octopus that starves herself while guarding her eggs. Suddenly, a crew member's head exploded, releasing the creature, which jumped onto another member. After killing him, it attempted to enter a female crew member, but it quickly lost interest and jumped out. She fired at it but missed, accidentally hitting Luca, who then shot her back. As the last survivor, Luca returned and reported that Dano was dead, avoiding details about the others. Nikola pressed him about the creature, but Luca evaded the questions until he finally admitted the entire crew was dead and that he now carried the creature himself. Luca intended to drown himself, knowing the alien resisted violence. As he walked into the water, tentacles emerged from his body. Nikola, now in danger, pleaded with Sophia to destroy the creature as she hacked at it. As Nikola's stomach was cut open, the alien burst out and briefly attacked Emily before losing interest. Sophia and Teddy ran, but the monster was too fast. In the end, Teddy sat in silence, visibly shaken, while Sophia tried to comfort him as he sat in the bathtub. So that's the end of our movie. If you've come this far, make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe my channel.